ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਸਿਆਸੀ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਹਿੰਦ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਨੇ ਜੰਮੂ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਬਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਘਟਨਾਕ੍ਰਮ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਅਕਾਲੀ ਦਲ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਸਿਮਰਨਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਾਨ ਆਪਣੇ ਖਿਆਲਾਤ ਆਪ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੋ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਬੜੇ ਗੰਭੀਰ ਬਣੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਚਰਚਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੀ ਮੁੱਖ ਲੋੜ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਸਰਦਾਰ ਸਿਮਰਨਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਮਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਆਪ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸੁਣੋ।
It is a very sad day in the history of South Asia that once again the extremist forces of Hindutva and Hinduism have crafted another cartography of the Indian state. In 1947, Punjab was divided between Pakistan and the Hindu-Indian state, leading to the ethnic cleansing of the Sikhs from West Punjab, which formed then the state of Islamic Pakistan. Subsequent to this, in 1966, the Hindutva Indian state, communal, extremist, radicalized Hindus, they divided the state of the Punjab and left all the Punjabi speaking and Sikh territories of Sarsa, Karnal, Jamnanagar, Ambala, Panchkula, all these areas, they formed another state, Haryana. And towards the north of the Punjab, the government of India took away the Punjab territories of Kangra, Chamba, Dalhousie, Nalagarh, Kasauli, Una, and various other districts which became a part of Himachal Pradesh. Today, the right-wing Hindutva government, fanatic I would say, under the rule of the BJP and the RSS, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has done fresh cartography of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. It has reduced the status of Jammu Kashmir to that of a union territory, which means that henceforth Jammu and Kashmir would be governed and ruled directly under the government of India at the Union in Delhi by the Home Minister, who is next to Premier Modi, Mr. Shah. The government of India in its order has cut off Leh and Ladakh from the state of Jammu and Kashmir. It must be recalled that Leh and Ladakh was brought into the Sikh Empire in 1834 by the forces of the Lahore Darbar, which otherwise is known as the Sikh Empire. Kashmir was a province of Afghanistan, and the Sikh state of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the Lahore Darbar, bought this within the Lahore Darbar in 1818. In 1947, the conditions for the bifurcation of India were that those areas which have a Hindu majority would form Hindu India, and the areas which have Muslim populations would form the Islamic State of Pakistan. Now, Kashmir in 1947 was a majority Muslim state, but with the help of the Viceroy Mountbatten, Nehru persuaded him to leave Kashmir with India. The result being that this principle of ethnicity was not followed, whereas Junagadh on the borders of Pakistan and India had a Muslim ruler, but its population was Hindu. So the Hindu Indian state said that Junagadh would form a part of India, whereas the Nawab, a Muslim, wanted to have his state amalgamated with Pakistan. The same case was with Hyderabad. The Nawab of Hyderabad was a Muslim, but the population in that state was of majority Hindus. So the Nawab wanted to accede to Pakistan, but the then rulers of Hindu India sent in the Indian army to amalgamate Hyderabad into India. The history of Jammu and Kashmir is very perplexed and complicated. In 1948, Jawaharlal Nehru, who had then become the Prime Minister of India, went to the United Nations and asked that the UN Security Council pass a resolution that there would be a plebiscite in Jammu Kashmir. This took place in 1948, but that resolution has never been implemented because India refuses to recognize international law. We can quote several human rights treaties, protocols by the United Nations, which India has not accepted, signed, and ratified, though by Article 51 of its own constitution, the Hindu Indian government is obliged to accept all international laws, treaties, and covenants. It's a very sad story that this sort of a thing was coming in Kashmir. It was seen. But the character of the Kashmiri leaders has become so hollow, and they have served the interests of the Hindu Indian state that now they might say that we don't agree with the new constitution of the Indian Republic, which has abrogated Article 370, which gives a special status to Jammu and Kashmir, and Article 35A of the Constitution, which has also been abrogated by the Union government of Narendra Modi. It's a very, very sad thing that there is no Kashmiri leader of any substance who can rise to the situation. It is a similar situation which the Sikhs faced in 1984 when Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of Hindu India, took a decision along with the BJP, the RSS, CPI and CPM to have a trilateral force of the Soviet Union, Great Britain, and its own to attack the stateless Sikhs at Amritsar, and they blew up the three forces, trilateral forces. They blew up the Kal Takht Sahib. They went into 36 other holy shrines of the Sikhs, killing and looting. From the Golden Temple, the Darbar Sahib, the Indian army looted the Tosha Khana of the treasury and the Sikh reference library. They have stolen away the Sikh memory also. And they say this is a war booty which is not to be given back to the Sikhs. But it was very fortunate that at that period of time we had a great leader, Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala, who defied the trilateral forces of Britain, Soviet Union, and the Indian state, its special forces, its tanks, its heavy artillery, its mortars, its special forces. And Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala defended the holy precincts of the Darbar Sahib or the Golden Temple for 72 hours. After which he came out to fight these barbaric forces, and where the two Nishan Sahibs or the flags stand at the Darbar Sahib in front of the Kal Takht Sahib, he laid down his life. There were 72 bullets in his chest which he collected, and he fought till the last drop of his blood to keep these barbarians out of our holy presence. That day, 26,000 pilgrims had come to worship at the Darbar Sahib or the Golden Temple. They were en masse massacred by these bastardly forces, but as yet it has all been done with impunity. It is unfortunate that at this sad hour in Kashmir, Kashmir does not have a leader of the caliber of Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala. If these guys have any guts, they should immediately form another government of Jammu and Kashmir along with Leh Ladakh, and let it be known to the world that we people want to stick by the resolution of the United Nations Security Council of 1984. We want a plebiscite and the UN Security Council should now order a world force to be stationed in Kashmir, and this plebiscite should be implemented, and the people should be given the right and the choice either to go with Pakistan or stay with India or be independent and sovereign themselves. We have Sikhs, vast population in Jammu and Kashmir, and we Sikhs stand by the Kashmiris. Now the world must recognize the trouble with the Hindu-Indian state with this order of abrogating the constitution of Jammu and Kashmir. The Hindus of Jammu and the rest of India are dancing with joy, whereas the Muslim population of Kashmir has been locked into their respective homes, houses, the bazaars and the cities are under curfew, and we do appeal to any leader with a conscience to now take steps to seize Kashmir militarily through the United Nations and enforce the plebiscite of 1948, which was ordered by the United Nations Security Council. We Sikhs stand by Kashmir today because Kashmir is a part of South India today, whether some parts are with Pakistan, some parts are with the Hindu-Indian state, but we are the people, our ancestors, our progenitors, who fought and bought Kashmir under the Sikh state, Lahore Darbar, or the Sikh Empire. I wish the Kashmiris well, but they must never take down this insult lying down, and every hardship, every catastrophe brings out a leader. After the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, the Germans fought back. After this agreement in 1972, the similar agreement with Pakistan, it is unfortunate that Pakistan too has not been able to produce a leader or mobilize its forces to stand strongly so that the balance of power in South India, South Asia should not be disturbed one way or the other. Our party has appealed to President Trump that he must maintain the balance of power in South Asia, as the Sikh territories of Rajasthan, Haryana, UT Chandigarh, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Leh Ladakh, and in Gujarat, the sea areas are all Sikh territories. If a war breaks out today, the Sikh civilization and the peoples will be totally eliminated and annihilated, because Pakistan is a nuclear armed state, Hindu India is a nuclear armed state, and so is Communist China. So we ask for international involvement in South Asia today under the auspices of the United Nations Security Council. Thank you very much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.